Welcome to Marantz Rantz, no advice on finance. Spin the wheel and take a chance. Get an NFT and a little education. The system got undertold, that knowledge is flotation. You wanna learn? Well, you came to right place. You're pumping AMC, might get slapped in the face. Get your due diligence, know who the villain is. Don't be a sheep when the shepherd's carnivorous. So come learn, laugh, and maybe you win big. And listen up, y'all, the wheel is not rigged. Everybody get a chance in the live chat. Kyoto spin wheel, you win just like that. Retail fight back and this retail winning. Y'all just wait, man, this is just the beginning. All fellow simians, GME group singing the truth. We just chillin', infinity pool swimming. So welcome to Marantz Rantz. A lot of knowledge but no advice on finance. Don't even need pants, you can tune in naked like Henny the Mayo Man. Internet's most hated. Don't wanna lose your money, then it's time for you to listen. If you're ignorant, invest in AMC or Superstition. The stream about ready, they told us to don't dance. I do what I want. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. 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 Welcome to Marantz.
Yes. Welcome back. Welcome back to Marantz Rantz. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, whole lot of truth, no financial advice. Thank you, Envoy, for being a member in Germany for 19 months. Guten Tag. Hey, bro, I appreciate you. 19 months? Shit, you've learned a lot over the last year and a half. You're welcome. He said, dang, 19 months, that went so quickly. Yeah, you're welcome. Shout out to my boy Kyoto. Been watching the show for 5 years almost, Kyoto. Almost 5 years, Kyoto. We're there. But Kyoto's driving around Kyoto, Japan right now. So shout out to him. Marantz, how's the Lent fast holding up? Red Bull vodka? None. My wife and I went to the club on Saturday. Some of you guys saw the clip I posted. The most hilarious part about the clip I posted, if you guys are not tracking about what I posted, it's in the Discord too. I'm going to play it right now. I'll show you guys. I don't care. And shout out to everyone, Team 51. It's something that's never, oh, by the way, 89. 89 is the number. 2489. I don't know where my marker is right now. I'm chilling, bros. I'm enjoying this little Sprite. I got a little Sprite going. Little ass bottle. What is this little thing, bro? Who is this for? Who buys 7.5 fluid ounces, bro? This little can right here, just so that we can clearly see. I don't know what the hell this shit is, but little ass can. Anyway, here's the crazy thing. What kind of clubs do you guys go to? Yeah, you guys saw it. We go to nightclubs that like have all music, right? Like the DJ play EDM, he'll play rap, he'll play anything really. Like they all will. But there's like 4 different DJs. They're always rotating. So you never know who's the DJ for that night. So my favorite one was actually playing on Saturday. Cool. But the place was too crazy. There was too many people on the dance floor. My wife and I were like, we're not going out there. We're chill. We're chilling tonight. We didn't feel like fighting girls. It was nothing but bachelorette parties. It's crazy time of the year right now in Palm Springs, California. So then they all get off the floor. They're all leaving. Cool. I spot a guy. Okay. I see a guy. There's a dude who walked into the club by himself. I always pay attention to shit. And the reason why is because I grew up watching 48 Hours. You guys ever seen the movie? Nicholas, what's his name? I don't know his name. Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy. So in 48 Hours, Eddie Murphy's like, hey, you see the guy in there with the jacket? Yeah, okay, well, it's a little hot to be wearing that jacket. Then he stops a robbery at the strip club, right? Which was pretty cool when I was growing up. I saw that, I said, shit, I could do something like that. So now every time I look at people at the club, I'm thinking, man, these people about to rob us. You know, the movie changed me. 48 Hours got me thinking different. So now I'm at the club and I see this guy walk in, and he walks in by himself. Now, unless his name is Rico Knows, I'm not used to that, right? Like dudes who go to nightclubs alone, I mean, there's a select few that got that swag you have to have a bag to do that. And I'm not talking about money either. I'm talking about a bag of tricks, a bag of something that you could pull from. You got to be able to spit that shit to walk up to a girl, a table full of girls and be like, oh, you want to dance? No, I like you. You, not your friend who thinks she's all hot. I like you, the little chubby one. I like the chunky one. You go up the list, right? Whatever, it don't matter. If you know all the tricks, all the talent, you do it, right? My pops taught us all this shit when we were coming up. And so there was a thing about going to nightclubs alone and you feel accomplished. You're like, yo, I can handle this. Well, I'm there with my wife, so it's not even like that for me. I avoid all eye contact. I don't want no extra drama from nobody. And I'm not talking about men. I'm not afraid of men in the club. I'm afraid of women. They're scary as shit because these girls are wild out there. They're just fast. And I'm just like, nah, I'm straight. I'm good. Wifey, go to the bathroom. They'll say, hey, you want to dance? No, I'm good. Thank you. Bitch, if I want to dance, I go up to you. No, oh, you the only cute one here. Man, just because I'm 6 feet, because a little bunch of little Mexicans up in here, get out of here, girl. I ain't got time for this. So anyway, that's my whole life, right? So I see this dude, little dude, little weird looking. He's like 40-something, 40-something white dude in a club playing, some real ass gangster shit at the time. And I'm listening. I'm like, yo, they're playing all this shit, all the Kendrick Lamar. I mean, 5 songs in a row, whatever. So he just like, all right. This dude's sitting on the couch just watching people, staring at people. So we got this friend of mine. She's like 60-something years old. And she pop lock. She does all the pop lock shit. She does all that shit. Egyptian Lover. She does all that shit all night. That's what she does. And she's 60-something. That's why people be tripping out on her. But she's been dancing with my wife and I for like 20 years. We've been going to the same clubs for 20 years. All of them. Because we used to know the best spots to go because the best DJs. That's who we follow. So then I was like, yo, I know her name. I'm not going to say it out loud. So anyway, she's doing her shit. She comes off the stage. She comes straight to my wife and our little spot where we are at the nightclub. Every time we're at the same spot. And she comes over, gives hugs, says hi, whatever. So this dude walks over, this crazy looking dude, like 40-something years old, white man, skinny, like PP seeds in like 10 years. Anyway, so he walks through and he's speeding through and he stops and he goes, hey, and he looks at her and he gives her a high five. He's like, you did great. Oh, and I told my wife, I said, I told you he's a weirdo. I told you. She goes, what do you mean? I said, he stared at her the whole time. He's staring at everybody dancing, whatever he's doing. He's not dancing. He got no rhythm. And then he gets up and walks over to tell her she did great. Nobody does, no grown-ass man is going to go walk up to a group, a female who's 60-something and is not attractive. I didn't say that part, but whatever, she's not attractive. But whatever. He walks up and like, all right, you look great. And then the craziest part happens. This is where the crazy part happens. He makes a beeline across the bar, all the way to the other side of the club. Goes to a table with 3 women. One is attractive, the other 2, no, whatever. It doesn't matter. 3 women, okay, who are more than likely married, and they were dancing with each other, whatever it may be. This dude goes up to the most attractive one, and he starts doing a magic trick. Now, listen, guys, that is not a metaphor. I am telling you, he busted out with a black pen, a marker, a Sharpie, a deck of cards, and he starts doing a magic trick. Now, one of the dudes who goes to the club all the time, a loner white dude named I won't even say his name. No, I will. His name's Darius. Darius, cool-ass dude, though. Darius pulls out his phone, starts recording. I'm looking at this shit, and I go, yo, is he really hitting on this girl by doing a magic trick in the club? Now, the music is blasting loud, so there's no way they can hear him and what he's saying. But he must be getting close enough to say this shit, right? So I'm just like, yo, this is wild. And I'm like, okay, this dude's actually doing a magic trick. He does the whole magic trick. You know when it ends because the girls are like, oh my God, right? Whatever, boom. He's like, follow me on whatever, right? He puts his phone out. They start. And then the one girl gets up. She grabs her friend. She takes her to the dance floor like, no, bro, you're weird. You're doing magic tricks in the club. He didn't stop there. He did another one. I saw 2 magic tricks in one night. Saw that going on. Panned over. I saw a dog on the dance floor. A dog. A physical dog. A lady took her dog to the club. I don't know what emotional stress you're on or what connection you need, but to take your dog to the nightclub, they hear louder than you. That music is blasting. That's animal abuse. So, ladies love magic. Okay. Cut the deck here. Here we go. Take your smallest violin somewhere else, Spade. Again, don't start me. I'm telling you about how my weekend was, bro. If you guys think I'm lying, I posted a video of this shit in the Discord. That's it. Oh, it beats the skin. What the hell are we saying right now? Wow, you guys are just, that chat is too lit. Magic Mike. Huh. Yeah, if they're like acting, Dynamite _41, his new job. If he don't pass that real estate test, his ass better become a stripper because these girls are loving him and his little, hi, I'm from Nashville. Hey, we like Dynamite. Dynamite had me playing country music today, bro. Never seen a dog in the club in my life. Did you see the video? Did you see the video, Ed Game? Tell me if I'm lying. Ever seen DJ named Aaron C. out in Palm Springs? No, not that I'm looking for him. I don't usually try new DJs. It's hard for me. The DJs that we see, like there's these two dudes who do the rhythm and brunch and they do all the other stuff. They're hardcore. They're good. And then I have the one guy who's from Coachella. He actually does Coachella, Sierra Tent, all that stuff. Yeah, isn't that wild? You saw the dog in the club? Yeah, and they were playing, "When I hear music, it makes me I was like, yo, get it, Debbie Deb, because I got a dog in the club. All right, anyway, speaking of a dog, that's us. We're dogs, baby. We got this. GameStop, oh, man, they actually announced when the earnings is happening. I want to tell you guys something. This is the announcement right here by GameStop. It came out today, and it tells you, and I told you it would. And that's because GameStop's earnings are on Tuesday, the 24th, the exact day I've been telling you. And it is right in the eye of the storm, and we're talking about the perfect storm, right? The reason why we call it the perfect storm, some of you guys know this, if you don't know this, the 24th is my wedding anniversary. I've always told you guys that for whatever reason, this stock talks to me. Things happen on certain dates and certain times, and it's reflective on important days for me. I don't know what it's all about. That's a very important day for myself and my wife, and it's our anniversary, and I'm going to celebrate it because GameStop's going to the fucking moon. Like, there's nothing you can tell me. Whether the price goes up or down, I don't care. Whatever you guys think you want to hear, I don't care. I just know that as an announcement comes, it's the annual report for GameStop, which should rock the world for everybody. Because if you're basing GameStop's information off of what they've done annually, this is continued growth from $6 million of profit 2 years ago, $131 million last year, and now we're at the point of $500 million. That's where we're at. So I'm excited for it, and it's one of those things that I didn't see it coming. I heard the date, I knew the date, but I forgot that it was my anniversary. I didn't know what to get my wife for our anniversary, so I do now. I absolutely know what to get her now. So shout out to wifey. She's going to get another GameStop share? No. No, I'll take her to dinner, but she's going to have to wait till after this earnings report video I do. Now, I will not be live when it gets released. When the headline gets released and you guys see the markets go up and down, there's going to be other people out there on the internet that'll be posting and roasting and live streaming, doing their thing. That's not me right now. It's not in the cards for me with the life I'm doing. But I'm happy that I'll still be able to go and do a video after the fact. I'll be live 5 o'clock that night, 5:30 that night, ready to rock. Just like right now, the same time frame. So we're excited about it all. Yeah, thank you so much. Dinner and a share. We're going to share a dinner. How about that? So that's that headline. But let's think about, before we get ahead of it, and let's stay, because I have a lot to show you today. There's a lot to go over. This Adobe announcement is massive for optics. There's a lot of things that I say happen for a reason, right? So let's go look at Adobe really quick, and then I'll explain it all to you. Okay, Adobe. So Adobe should be having the time of their lives today, okay? Adobe had their earnings report. Adobe had their CEO get replaced, and that's what you see on these downtrends. Now, if you guys are paying attention to the weekly chart, there was a time where someone came into my chat and told me this is the time to buy Adobe. And I had said no. Well, that person has since come and gone, and Adobe's all the way down to 244 at one point. But they were telling me to buy it at 280, 300, and we're down to 250. So I knew where we were headed, but now they make an announcement saying they're partnered up with Nvidia. I don't know what that does for you guys, just financially, what it does for companies. Like I said, Nvidia can make an announcement like they've done today. They had their actual annual shareholder meeting, their convention, and what they do today. They do it every year. And this is Jensen Huang's time to come out and oversell his bullshit. That's Nvidia, the number one company in the world, by the way. From what I know, from what I was reading, it was boring. Nobody was excited. It didn't bring any excitement because you're not going to get anything new out of out of that investment. That investment's, plateaued. It actually looks like a head and shoulders when you look at it. But this is a part where people say it's, consolidating. I think it's rounding off to fall down, myself personally. But with a market cap of $4.45 trillion, it used to be 5.1. So they've lost $600 million. They've lost the equivalent of Costco in market cap. It wouldn't matter. Nobody cares. Nobody cares the fluctuation of the market and how it's affected by these same said companies. But they're coming out with announcements, and I don't think they could really say anything that's going to trigger anyone. There's no one that I've seen outside of the Mag 7 that has the cash that GameStop does. I think it was only CVS, and I don't know what a pharmaceutical company would be doing with AI, but there's no one else other than that I've seen with more cash than GameStop. So between Costco, CVS, Walmart, GameStop, I mean, these are the conversations we're having at this time because they're the most profitable. I was reading up on Dick's Sporting Goods, right? I told you Dick's Sporting Goods is the safe haven for the category killers of sports, children, apparel, and shoes, like Foot Locker, whatever it may be. And everyone relying on the youth dollar, the youth sports dollar, which is very expensive. I know people keep highlighting it. Baseball bats, $500 and all this. Listen, if your kid has talent, they have talent. They don't need to go just join every single NAU league or what are they, AAU leagues? Is that what they're called? Yeah. I didn't care for these guys who think that they have to have their kids in sports to get a scholarship, whatever whatever leg up they think that gives them in life. That's not for me. It's not for me. I've seen convicted felons do better in work if they put their heart to it, their mind to it. Some people get opportunities, some don't. But you cannot put your kids on this pedestal that you can buy it. That's my biggest thing. Some parents feel like they can buy it. And I don't have to chase it that way, but that's the mentality you've had. You have to respect your money. And this is a big thing about investing. You guys, I could say this till I'm blue in the face. Awareness is respect. Being aware of what it is, what it's worth. To give an example, there was a time in my GameStop investment where I turned $12,000, $18,000 into $50,000, right? $46,000, $47,000. And at the time, I could have sold and taken that money, $47,000, and I would have been happy. And I should be happy. I should be elated. Be like, look at what I have. Look at what I did with cash money that I had never been able to save before. But I respect it so much because I know what $4,000 is. People come up to you and they go, well, you made $4,000, on that bet or in that investment, whatever. But they don't realize that $4,000 is a month of work for a lot of people. Take home $4,000 is a month of work for a lot of people. But people will just dismiss and say, oh, I made an investment, I didn't make it, and it didn't do well, and I lost $20,000, I lost $10,000, I lost $15,000. Like they just step over it like it's nothing. And the whole idea is that you need to remain indifferent to the information that you're given. The more value you put on money, the less risk you're willing to take with it. It's just it. So when people don't value money, they take massive risk. And that's what I've been seeing on this market. So, and I tell you this as a company, it's the same thing. And that's why I love what Ryan Cohen's doing. But people get so much money from funding and from IPOs and the way they go about it. This is my first round, my second round. That third round is all the first rounders are waiting on. First round has got valuation, bought in at $100 billion. Second round, it's valuation of $500 billion, and people are buying in. That makes their original investment much more lucrative. So people are playing this game right now. I'm telling you this for a very good reason, because of OpenAI asking for actual investments from private equity. Everyone's open to the idea and entertaining the thought of having infusion from private equity. Now that Mag 7's off the table, oh, trust me, it's off the table. These guys are all going to get washed up very soon. It's going to get very tight out here, very illiquid, and you can't give money back. So when cash flow, ceases, everyone's going to be on the other side of the table saying, well, I don't want to give out money. I don't want to give out money, so private equity won't be giving it out. And at what valuation? They're the last ones to the party, not the first ones. These are big deals for us. The Fed is going to make a decision on Wednesday. Think about this week and what it is. You got all these announcements. You got the Fed. You've got this oil situation in the Middle East, in Iran, everything that you're doing. And yet all we're waiting on is GameStop's numbers. But the PPI numbers coming out, the CPI numbers are coming out, and when it comes out and you hear the inflationary numbers, I don't think the Fed's going to make a move at all. I don't think the Fed can make a move right now. I think they have to be very aware that they could spark anything at any time. The Fed could. Lowering rates just shows that you have weakness in the market itself, and with oil the way it is, there's just no way that you could tell me that you would be okay to go ahead and bring down the rates right now. It wouldn't show strength at all for this economy. Keep it where it's at, but that's just what we're going to do. Tomorrow's a big day. I know that Larry Chang, Larry Chang and Nat Turner are doing an interview on X. I don't care for it whatsoever. They're going to be talking cards and taking questions. I know all the questions are going to come in are going to be stupid about DK Butterfly, about GameStop, about bullshit. I don't want to bother these guys at all. I definitely won't hear the call. I won't even listen to it. Nothing that doesn't interest me. Two guys sitting around doesn't interest me. Ryan Cohen interests me. Ryan Cohen does. No one else. I don't find it valuable information that I'd be getting. I just know that St. Patrick's Day is tomorrow, and a lot of people like to drink green beer and have a good time and check out the parties, guys. If you're near Savannah, Georgia, get down there. Chicago, Boston. 3 biggest parties for St. Patrick's Day in America. Go check them out. I guess the Irish are going to be around. I don't know what's going on in the UK, but that's really happening. And then you have the Baseball Classic Finals is tomorrow. If I'm not mistaken, it's tomorrow. And the U.S. is going to face off against Italy or Colombia or Valenzuela? Valenzuela or Italy, one of the two. Who cares? Honestly, Baseball Classic, don't give a damn about it. March Madness is here. Don't give a damn about it. What I do care about is that U.S. and China are meeting this month. Why are they meeting this month? Why are they meeting at the end of this month? Anybody have that clue? Anybody know why? I'll show you some TA that tells me why, but we'll leave it there. This week, there are some earnings this week. I have to go over them. I haven't gone over the whole list. I did see FedEx on there. I did see Macy's. I know Five and Below is coming. There's some other ones that are going to be out there, but nothing that I saw would give me a true indicator of the market. But I like to see those companies. I love watching retail, like Williams, Sonoma, and some other companies, see what they do during this time where people are supposed to be spending money and they're not. And I say supposed to be spending money because you're getting the start out of the tax return era right now. Tax returns come in, people shell them out, and then you go from there. So I read an article that said that the baby boomers are inheriting more money than ever because the women are outliving the men. And now that these baby booming men are handing out fortunes to their wives, these women are getting swindled out of their money. But there's $40 trillion worth of $40 trillion worth of assets being inherited from those widows from the baby booming era. Watch out, Grandma. Watch out. I know Reek doesn't put an age limit on it, so that's just where it's at. For those of you who keep asking me to get onto a cruise ship, I read a story that the cruise ship crew got sick. 150 people on a cruise ship got food poisoning. Listen, this is why I don't get on ships. First, I don't like the waves. I get sick there. The food's probably not good. I'm not doing that part. You guys got to miss me with all that. I do have to make an announcement to my Discord family and to all my people who have contact to me. You guys, via my cell phone, my email, Discord, all of it. Some people have said the wrong things, have come at me the wrong way, and I've put a majority of people on block, and they'll never know they're blocked. Additionally, I've made myself not so attainable to more people. I just I'm getting my circle tighter and smaller, respectfully to people who used to, message me and talk to me. A lot of you guys are out there. It's so many messages, guys. I have Jay, he sends me 100 messages an hour. I have so many messages coming through, and I'm still trying to live and function. It's a lot of distraction, so I'm trying to dial it in. So if I'm not texting you back right away, don't take it personal. Be so thankful that I've had these relationships with plenty of people for the last 5 years, but some of you guys just hear me out on that. I did see that there's another bidder for Caesar's Palace. We're at $8 billion on the bidding line. I saw AMC put out some bullshit. Everybody on the AMC bullshit train. I don't know why people are pumping it. I don't understand the pump of AMC, but it's the same people. They never stopped. I'll give you an example. Spencer here, frog dude on his hat, always been an idiot for AMC. Used to be with Terrible, Can't let it go. Can't let go of the clicks and the views that he gets off of it. He puts out here, just bought 1,500 shares of AMC at 111. If you bought them at 11 cents, the equivalent of that number there today, you're an idiot. Spencer, you've been buying shares for 5 years. Once in a lifetime opportunity. I suspect share buybacks from AMC in the next 5 years. How? They have no money. They're buying their own debt. What are you talking about? Does anybody really know what's really happening here? Adam Aron will be out soon due to old age, health issues, and AMC needs a rebrand. Bookmark this. Bookmark it. What they need is a reverse stock split. So, but this is what he's still pushing. Nothing's ever changed off of this. It's just what we deal with. The next part is my personal portfolio right now on GameStop. I'm down $800. Shocker. Oh, so bad. 2489 right there. So many shares I have. 2,489 for $58,823. I'm doing my best, okay? So just keep grinding. This guy right here tells me that he's a fan of mine, okay? His name is AMC Overnoise, turnaround investor. He pumps AMC. AMC, find me a company under 600 million cap that is not going bankrupt and has a path to nearly $5 billion in revenue for 2026. I will wait. It does not exist. Yet people keep pretending AMC is just another stock. The silence tells you everything. Guys, what I wrote was this. $8 billion in retained losses. Educate yourself. The debt was just bought by AMC themselves. You're being lied to, or you're the one lying to people knowingly. There you go. Raising capital, blah, blah, blah. This guy says all this bullshit, right? And I let him say whatever he wants. I didn't even get involved with them too much. But this is what he puts on my thing. Oh, they put your thoughts. Some people were asking. No, he wrote me a message, this guy. This guy wrote me a message. Says, relax, take it easy, all this stuff. These questions are valid. That's what people say. Here. So this is what was written after he puts all that, and I put my part. He then put, has a path, LOL. Doesn't mean shit when Adam Aron. This is somebody else, by the way. This guy's name is I Hate Hypocritical Liberals or whatever. Doesn't mean shit when Adam Aron is your CEO because a path only leads to bankruptcy court. Yep. Boom. And then he puts this. In all fair, this is why I said something. In all fairness, Ryan Cohen is starting to piss me off. Nobody asked you to talk about Ryan Cohen. He says, I've been a fan of convertible notes, but now I want to know who he made the deal with. I want to know if his shares are being loaned. All of this teasing and silence after he raised funds off of us, it's getting old. I put, shut up. Who are you again? Put your name, your face, and your complaint on it. Until then, shut the F up. Boom. He puts, I'm actually a fan of yours. I like that you actually support the business while holding down a full-time job. I wasn't trying to come off as a prick. How dare someone that's invested in a company ask questions? Is that what you're saying? That's exactly what I'm saying. Do you get it yet, bro? You're a fan of mine? How are you a fan of mine? And you think this way. Instead of responding with very harmless questions, you took that route? Seriously? This is how you lose fans, you stupid F. I don't need faceless fans, carry on. Faceless fans, carry on. Now that I've connected the dots and you are just full of shit as every effing person that you talk S about. Good. That's me. I hope he knows who I am forever. It's cool. I'm losing sleep over what he just said to me, man. Damn it. I'm not allowed to tell people that they're full of shit. I know. It's my bad. While we're doing that, okay? While we're doing that, let's educate ourselves. Is it not? Is it gone? It's not gone, is it? Oh, come on, man. I found a great video and it's gone. No. No way. There it is. Woo! Found it. Oh, I'm so happy. I found the video. Okay. This is a video for us. This is Dawn Fitzpatrick. She is a Soros fund manager, the chief investment officer. Let's hear what she has to say.
When it comes to private credit, we saw the Blackstone headlines overnight. I think that's going to take a while to work its way through the system. I think we're going to continue to see elevated redemptions. I think some of these structures are going to come under pressure. So in publicly traded BDCs, they're trading right now on average at about 23% discount. The private BDCs and the interval funds have to return capital at NAV. And the rotation is going to be redeem those private BDCs and interval funds and transition to the public BDCs. You'll get a higher yield even if the NAV discount doesn't close. So I think you're going to see that. And I think ultimately what happens there is it's going to put pressure for there to actually be secondary sales in private credit. And the other thing with private credit is, not all funds are created equal. Some funds have disproportionate amount of exposure to the software sector. And again, I think within the software sector, this is a structural re-rating that is deserved. So I think really doing your homework on where kind of what kind of exposures the underlying has is going to be really important. I also think investors, big endowments, high net worth are over allocated to private assets. Their private equity isn't cash flowing, and now they're going to have a similar issue in private credit. So I think it's going to be a painful 18 to 24 months.
Let's get to private equity in just a second and how it's not cash flowing and what that means in terms of just investor appetite for the asset class. How much pain is there going to be? I mean, where is it going to be expressed in the software shakeout? You were talking about BDCs and the shares. People have pointed to retail funds, and you said Blackstone, the idea of lifting redemptions to, I believe, 7.5% of the fund, saying, look, we can meet these redemptions. I mean, what's the model for how you view this proceeding?
Yeah, so first of all, I think what Blackstone did was broadly smart. I think when you look at these alternative asset managers, I think returning capital in a way that they promise to investors is going to be long-term. Short-term, it will hurt their fees. Long-term, I think it will massively aid their businesses. And I think there's going to be a differentiation between alternative asset managers who do that well and ones who don't. So I think that's going to be really, really important, keeping your promises to end investors. And I don't think memories are going to be short for managers who don't do that. By the way, if you're a BDC trading at a 23% discount, you should be selling loans and buying back shares. And the only reason you wouldn't be doing that is to maximize your fees, which is really hard to justify. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see how much people stick to kind of fiduciary responsibilities. And I do think it's going to be a culling of the alternative asset managers.
So listen, what she's saying, yes, it's going to be a rough 18 to 24 months. That means the next 2 years. Additionally, these guys aren't willing to sell you their assets because they don't have net NAV, right? They're not going to get you to zero. They know that they bought into things that do not hold their value and or are already upside down. Everybody knows what they've done, yet they've guaranteed these returns to the investors because they always had someone on the other side of the table to buy the deal from them. There is no one anymore. The reason there's no one is because it is a illiquid market. There is not cash floating around. There's enough credit card debt in the world to go around. But people are making payments. People are making payments on everything they do. And it's not just the people. Pay attention. They keep putting this narrative in front of you. I've heard it 5 times in the last 2 days. They keep telling you it's software. Everyone's saying, oh, it's because the bad deals in software. It's what it is. What they're not telling you is those software deals were done from 2021 to now. It's not like they made these investments in 18 and 19, because if they did that, they'd be up on the investment. They didn't do it then. They did it after they needed a swap. The swap is what I feel is GameStop, right? Okay, so GameStop short percentage, GameStop swap out, that's fine. They had to go pump something. What did they pump? They went all in on Nvidia. Nvidia could be the #1 AI chip customer company in the world. They could be #1. They don't get the valuation of $4.5 trillion. Nobody does. Do you understand there was never a company that was $2 trillion up until just a couple of years ago? Now there's multiple at 3 and 4. They are willing to pump this market until it falls over to hedge this swap that they're carrying. The infinite risk of private equity. It's not everybody, guys. It's not all the markets. There's a reason why the private credit sector is crumbling, why they're getting re-rated, because they made investments into companies that were getting valuations to hedge that short position they're carrying. This is true indicators. Guys, these are the signs that you've been asking. Well, where's the proof? Where's the signs? The proof in the signs is in the plus side. It's on the other side of the trade. They literally have stretched every investment and given it false pretense, while all the CEOs of all these companies, they know this to be true. They know this to be true because they've been selling off shares every chance they get. Whether you're Peter Thiel or you're Alex Karp or you're Jensen Hung, everybody's selling shares of these tech companies because they know that these aren't true value. Nothing is true value around you. You think CoreWeave is true value? You think Super Microcomputers is true value? They know exactly what these are, and they it's not their problem. They get to do the whole, it's not, I didn't know. And that negligence gets them what? An extra billion to the bottom line, $2 billion to themselves? Sure. Without taking their own price. Jensen Hung would retire today if he could, walk away and sell every single share if he thought it was going to give him money, but he's not going to lose it all. He'll lose it all. He'll lose the value. That company will go crashing down. So you can't do radical moves to pocket off of it. You got to do exactly what you're doing, 10B51 programs, and then selling the whole idea that this is going to be great. Moving forward, our demand it far outpaces our supply. Therefore, it's a very valuable item. That is not true. That is not true because everyone has commitments to the newest product that you keep putting out. So what are we doing with the old shit? I'm asking because it's not your problem, NVIDIA. It's everyone else. Everyone else overpaid for these things. Now they have to do an asset write-down. Who's the first one willing to do the asset write-down? I'd love to know because nobody has. Nobody's written one line of a depreciating asset for H100 chips, T100 chips. Nobody's done it. So as I sit here and I tell you, we're 5 stages past that. What are they really doing? They can't blame software. They're blaming software because that's where they put their money. It's not fair. It's not true. It's just not true. That software company was never going to generate a profit, yet you put money into it. These guys all cannot pay back these loans. They literally were giving loans knowing that the senior lenders on these loans are Apollo. Call me a liar. I'll be here when it happens. Apollo manufactured what happened to First Brands. They actually had that happen because they're in charge of the auditors for it. This is conflicting like you've ever seen. But I've already told you, it's gonna play out just the way we said. The market's gonna crumble, private equity's gonna stumble, and people are gonna turn and look and say, I didn't know. They all got rich. While people's pension plans get gutted. Yes, you're not gonna be able to retire, baby boomers. It's gonna happen. You're gonna see the old man sitting outside of Home Depot, ringing a bell. Come on in, step right in. The lumber's down there on aisle 22. Like it's gonna be like that because he can't retire. None of them can. They're gonna be doing Uber Eats. Old ass people are gonna be bringing you your food, and you're not gonna be able to answer. Why are you doing this, Bob? I need insurance. It's gonna be a rough life. You think it's gonna be a rough 2 years for bankers? Imagine what it's gonna be for Americans in this market. That's the problem that I'm seeing right now with the announcements that are being made. So the one thing that life has always proven to me, life is tough, but it can't beat me. I might be tougher, but think about what you're about to walk into, some tough ass times. So just know that that's coming, okay? Today, I believe Dollar Tree did their earnings report today. So I haven't looked at it, but that's a true indicator that when Dollar Tree is pumping and doing great, the economy's not doing great. That means people are really willing to buy Dollar Tree items rather than the top brand Target, Burlington Coat, and things like that. So we'll look at that. The company CPNG, you guys have talked to me about them before, Coupang, whatever. That one of their board of directors bought like $100 million worth of shares. So when they're buying shares like that, somebody went in about $136 million. They just said director on there, so I don't know who it was, but that means somebody believes in their company and their investment when they're buying $136 million from what I saw. Something else I saw Saturday night. I don't know if you guys were there with me. Obviously, you weren't. I was driving down the freeway. This was a very telling sign that you guys should pay attention to. 10 free memberships, by the way, for the show. Lemwalk, yeah, they're going to tell you to go watch the show. I read your comment earlier, Lemwalk, in my head. You were asking what's my guess for the market for GameStop for earnings. I already had put it out there what I think GameStop will do for the quarter. I'm going with 210 million, if I'm not mistaken, for overall of maybe 190 million. I don't know what it was, but for overall for the year, I'm at 510 adjusted earnings, $510 million. But I'll tell you what happened Saturday. Just let me read your questions here because I see you guys typing. Okay, I'll be selling Bear Paint. Yep, there you go. Coincidence of not connect the dots is 174 pages. 741. There you go. Coincidence. So Marantz, with you on the topic of credit, what do you think about STRC versus MicroStrategies offering 11.25 dividend tax deferred? It's over collateralized 10x. Yeah, so I don't think about it because I don't pay attention to other securities other than GameStop. I know that I won't ever invest money with strategy. And so that's where I'm at there. But I don't think about getting back quarterly, monthly dividends, any of that crap. None of that matters to me. What it tells me is that everyone's willing to do something rather than to have you in GameStop. That's what it tells me. Why wouldn't I be buying GameStop right now when everyone's giving fair value on GameStop? If you look around the internet and you understand value, they're giving it a 2,000% increase from where it is right now. We're talking about real money. Not 10 cent, not 10%. Don't call me for 100%. I'll see you at 2,000, and that's just for starters. That's how far behind they are on GameStop right now. So it's only going to get worse for a lot of people. So just know that. Michael Venuti coming through with 10 GameStop memberships for the show. Michael Venuti doing it for the booty. Doing whatever he's doing, bro. Okay, so anyway. The other part on that, just so that we're clear, on Saturday, I was driving, right? I'm with my wife. We're driving in the truck, playing music, whatever, doing our thing. And I look to the right-hand side, and I see a black billboard. It's blacked out. No lights on. It's empty. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. And then I looked to my left, and I saw 3 more that were blacked out and not lit. As in they had no advertisers. Guys, I don't think you guys know about this, about advertising. If you don't, you should. I'll explain it to you. Those are positions that are paid for by the state. If all billboards could not be sold, the state would spend money to advertise on those spots. Public service announcements, safety announcements, all of that. That's what's put. They used to do it in print. In print, we would have these filled ads. If we couldn't sell an ad, you would get a state ad. So it would be something like about education, something, just say no to drugs, all that stuff. So the fact that I could drive past Lamar advertising billboards and they have 3 to 4 empty ones in a stretch of about 2 miles tells me there's an issue. It's not lighting issue. There's an issue with this economy right now. These are the little things you need to pay attention to. It's a big thing I'm paying attention to. So that's what came out. I never talked about yeah, thank you, Burton. I know you talked about it in the past, but hey, their insiders are buying shares. So that's pretty crazy. I thought so. I never talked about the McDonald's CEO doing the commercial. I don't know if you guys saw it, where he took a bite of the Big Arch. I want the Big Arch. It looks great, but not for me right now because I don't want to go buy anything. I don't want to spend money, but he took a baby bite. He took like a bite for like a 2-year-old or whatever. And he was like, so good, so amazing. And they just edit it and cut the whole damn thing. If you really want me to believe that your guy eats his own shit, bro, literally, go ahead and record the shit, bro. Do a video. I don't need all this edits and cuts and stuff. One more question, and I appreciate it. Your time answering for another question. What are your thoughts on DRS, and why do you decide not to DRS your own shares? Answered that question years ago, Lemwalk. Years ago. Oh, my goodness gracious. One thing. I'll never do something that people tell me to do. I know, sounds crazy, but you're not understanding what I'm telling you. When I see the whole world doing something, I know not to do it. That's it. I'll wait. I'm not going to lose anything by doing it. And what I found out was I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. I don't need to do it. Ryan Cohen doesn't need to do it. Roy and Kitty doesn't need to do it. Like, there's just so many people who don't do it versus why am I going to do it because he told me to do it? Certainly if you don't know exactly what the outcome is. But I've had this discussion with Dave Lauer, pundits and supporters who everyone pushed this shit out. No. What I saw was a stock turn illiquid overnight. Everyone go through and do that, and now it can't get pumped. People always say, don't loan out your shares. Loan them all out. The fuck are you talking about? Loan out every share you own, like Ryan does too. I'll loan out everything. Manipulate my stock. Knock the price down. Do whatever you want. Short this shit to the ground. I don't care. It makes it a better price for me. I get a better entry. You're telling me you want to dump it down to 15? Who cares? I'm not selling right now. What is the difference between the price today and $15? I get a better entry. I don't get sad about it. The price of the stock has nothing to do with you. Has nothing to do with anything. The company is what I care about. I can affect the company. I can go shop there. I can go do my thing. I buy shares. Let's see how this all works out. But people talking about this bullshit, man. Well, I got a DRS. So go do that shit. And then tell me how much it costs you to sell your shares. By the way, there's a fee, okay? There's a fee, and there's a timeline, and there's a disconnect. Shit's not instant. It's terrible service, by the way. Absolute terrible service. And I've done it. I've had them all. I had 50 shares DRS'd, and that's why our team name is 51. But back to this. Like, you guys want to see something happen with the stock. Like, what does it you want to happen? Go let it happen. Who cares, man? Honestly, it wouldn't change my day. Stock could go all the way to $2,000, bro. $2,000 a share. I'm going to look at you, and I'm going to be laughing. That's it. I'm going to laugh. Marantz, you got to sell. No, I don't. Nobody's telling you anything. I don't have to do anything. God put me here. I didn't put myself here. No, too many things have happened to me personally that let me know why I'm here. Everything I've survived, everything I've gone through, and then all the people I've talked to, all the connections I've had because of this channel, because of the information I've put out, it's the best thing that ever happened to me in my life. And I don't have to say it to convince myself. If you don't believe it, that's not for you to believe. You and your belief of what I am feeling and what I go through means nothing to me. That's your shit. You got to go deal with it. You should go read a book. It's called Do You Believe Everything You Think? Okay? Go for it, okay? And then you're going to have a very lonely life thinking that people are cheating on you, people are treating you bad, people don't like you. That's the life you care? Not me. I read the book. It's called Wake Up and Be Happy. There it is. And it's a choice. You can choose to be happy. And that's it. Well, I'll be happy about anything. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What happened yesterday? Who cares? It was yesterday. We're here today. What's up? How you doing? Be positive, man. Have the power of positive thinking. Just let shit happen around you. By the way, tomorrow is earnings. And I didn't like the fact that they're going to pronounce or put together the earnings and they're going to be like OKLO, that damn company I told you about like 2 years ago. I said it's going to be a distraction to GameStop. Yeah, they're starting to put it out there, and I hear them talk about it. But it's DocuSign and Lululemon tomorrow are going to be the earnings tomorrow. So you guys get that part right, okay? Yeah, who is selling? Nobody's selling, bro. On Wednesday, it's going to be Macy's and Five Below on Wednesdays. Don't worry, be happy. Damn, they made a damn song, bro. On Thursday, Alibaba. I'm waiting for Alibaba. I want to see how great they do. I'm happy for it. And then Darden Restaurants, I pay attention to them because it's private equity. It's nonsense. It's bullshit. So I'm paying attention to all that. So we're back to it, okay, guys? I'm at my limit. I'm at my 1 hour. I got to go cook dinner. I'm cooking dinner. And then I wanted to tell you, GameStop earnings report on my anniversary. Dip, dip, die. And don't be looking stupid when I unfasten your bra. You know you want to mac this because I come harder than the IRS whenever you done got delinquent on your taxes. I had to get all that out. Hey, GameStop, can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. We're loving country music tonight. Thanks, Dynamite. Get at me. Peace, millionaires. Peace. And I want to talk about it, so I apologize, guys. So here we go. So GameStop. Where's my screen? There we go. Okay, so here's Nvidia. Don't care. Falling apart. It'll fall over. Go too tight. You're fine. I want to look at GameStop's chart. It's the one thing that I need to show you today. All right, here's GameStop's chart, guys. So Dorito within a Dorito within a Dorito within a Dorito. Get your burrito. So here we go. So GameStop runs up, push down, runs up, push down, runs up, breakout. We're here. We're at this pinnacle moment. This is on the weekly chart. On the daily, we have a golden cross forming. It's right here. This 50-day moving average is going to roll above 200. The 200 moving average is at 23.47, but it's carrying some real weight with it. So this 200-day moving average is going to come through and fall down. We're going to go up and go rip past it. When we rip up, that golden cross is going to run right into here, this window here, okay? This window was built off of the top side of all of this right here versus the higher lows. So as the push up comes, this is a bullish pennant within a bullish pennant within a bullish pennant. That's a Dorito within a Dorito within a big Dorito. So we're compounding. That's what you see right there. Now, go to the 4 hour. You're going to see it clear as day. This is the 4 hour. So on this 4 hour chart, you will see this pennant that's going to go blows up, pushes out. We found our bottom today. Great. Boom. Going to run out and going to get all the way through the end of the week. Now, as we push out, we know earnings are going to be right here. Earnings are here. This will be a break to the top side. How could it go down, Marantz? Oh, man, I've seen GameStop go down. Just haven't seen it in the last year and a half. So I see this happening. I see us breaking out at that point. I see us going to test some real true support, but I'm going to have to do that not on the hourly, but on the daily. So I see us breaking out, testing this top line. If we can break past the 25.54, somewhere in that range, we know we broke past. If we break past, it's all the way run all the way to 45. It's going to be a hell of a run. So you're looking to break past 25.50, get all the way to 45, and we'll see some fireworks. Now, if we can go play with 45, we know this is going to be on the verge of S&P 500. We're going to be in this realm up until November. So until November, then you go and retest and have a breakout at that top line. And that's what I see GameStop doing. So right here on the weekly, remember, you're going to have that golden cross after earnings because of that, because of where we're at. This is the weekly chart. You're going to see us play in here, come across. This will be a breakout. I already have it listed right here in the middle of this triangle here, and we're going to take off, and I'll even draw this line for you now. We're going to take off right here, right where the earnings are, right here, and we're going to take off and go recommit to right here. So that's the timelines that I have for each one that I show you. This damn thing is going to blow up all the way to here, and that's going to blow up to there. So these are all Doritos and burritos all waiting to happen. I'm excited for it. GameStop looking to go test 120 again. After 120, the breakout from there is no level of resistance all the way to $1,100. So I'm way up here with the stock breaking out. Massive news, massive catalyst. GameStop's going to buy everything. GameStop is everything. That's what I'm telling you. They see $23 and they laugh at me. And I don't see it that way. You can't laugh at me, by the way, because you don't have more than me, and it's not even about the money. You don't have more time, energy, and life than me. I'm gonna beat you forever. I'm gonna be here longer than all of you. That's just the way I've been doing it for that many years. I'll see you on the flagpole, bro. I'll see you on the bag of Doritos. I'll see you during it all. That's all I can tell you. GameStop, can't stop, won't stop. GameStop, the very first country song I ever heard that I loved, other than Randy Jackson. Because you know Randy Jackson was my shit. But back when I was talking to girlies in high school, this was the song. Peace.